Hello everyone, welcome back to landing page design series. In this section, we will create a HTML and CSS project from scratch. We are not using any design framework here, but I will use some CSS from bootstrap to quickly set up our project. So I have already added a folder landing page where I added a folder called assets. Under that, I added a folder called CSS and images. We already extracted all the images from that landing page PSD in our previous video, and here I imported bootstrap grid.css, bootstrap reboot.css, and I'm using home.css for that landing page homepage, and primary CSS where we will keep our common CSS, and these are the header and footer.css for specific header and footer. Along with these, I added two files, index.html, about.us.html for this landing page. I'm using bootstrap reboot.css and bootstrap grid.css from bootstrap. So let's understand the use of these CSS and how to import them into our project. What is a reset or reboot CSS? Reboot CSS is basically a collection of element-specific CSS to provide an elegant, consistent, and simple baseline to your project. The whole idea of a CSS reset is to deal with styling inconsistencies across browsers. So in simple terms, we can say to make the design consistent across all the browsers, we use reboot.css. Now let's understand this with example. To understand how reboot.css works, let's first remove all the CSS and see how the page look like in different web browsers. So for that, let me add few more tags like button, paragraph tag. Now save it and open it in different browsers. Now we open the page in different browsers. So as you can see, this is the Google Chrome, and you can see here we have some padding margin for the body, for some margin for H1, some padding and margin for button, and some margin for p tag as well. So these are the default browser properties for all HTML tags, and these are the different for in different browsers, and these properties are different in different browsers. As you can see here, we have around 1 em margin for p tag, and you can see here we have around 1 pixel top bottom and 6 pixel left right padding for button for in Google Chrome. So now if you see, this is in Google Chrome, and this is how it look like in Mozilla Firefox, and this is how it's look like in Internet Explorer. So let me move them in parallelly, and you can see all have different layout. All pages have some different margin, padding, and styling structure. All pages have different styles for different tags like H1, button, and p tag as well. So let's add that reboot.css and see how it will look like. So here let me import that reboot.css, save it, and again open it in web browser. So here you can see this is how it look like now in Google Chrome. Let me go for the Firefox. This is how it look like now in Firefox, and this is how it look like now in Internet Explorer. As you can see, we at least have the similar kind of design, similar kind of spacing for each HTML tag. Further, we can customize them as per our requirement, but at least we have reset the default browser properties. Now these properties are assigned by us, like margin padding. All these properties are coming from our bootstrap Reboot or CSS instead of default browser. Another CSS that we are going to use is Grid CSS. CSS grid layout introduce a two-dimensional grid system to CSS. Grids can be used to lay out major page area or small user interface elements. The grid is a set of intersecting horizontal and vertical lines defining column and rows. Elements can be placed onto the grid within these column and rows line. As you can see, if we want to create 3-column layout, we can use gcall4 3 times, and it will create layout similar to this one. And if we want 2-column, then we can divide it into 6 6. A web page can only have 12 columns, so that's why it's divided into 6 6 in 2-column. And if you want to 2 2, then it will be 6 boxes. We can have at least 12 columns within a single page. So this is a version 5.1. We are going to use 4.6. To download the bootstrap, go to the bootstrap website and you can click here on download, or you can directly use CDN if you want, like this. Otherwise you can download it. I already downloaded all the files, but I am only using 2 files. That is, one is bootstrap Reboot and one is bootstrap Grid. For a font family, I am using Google font, and you can see I imported that Poppins font that we extracted from that PSD. In our previous video, we also imported these images from that PSD and the color as well. And you can see we use this color here as a variable, like the primary color, the secondary color, other dark color, gray color. And here I'm using a theme font family, and I'm using Poppins for this landing page. Now we are ready with the project setup. As you can see, we have set up our color, font, our primary CSS, our bootstrap Grid CSS, Reboot CSS. In our next video, we will see some plugins and shortcut of VS Code for HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. For this video, I will add all the resources I have used in this video into the description. Thank you. See you in the next video.